Things are definitely starting to improve out there. We did see some showers around the noon hour into the early afternoon, and really no severe weather around here. We did have that slight risk, but that is now pushed on to the east. In fact, we are seeing some pretty good storms developing off to our east. Let's take a look right now at our X-Vision radar over there in Goliad County. There's a severe thunderstorm warning likely to produce some hail. You can see this storm very slow moving, and it's producing a lot of rain down to the southeast of San Antonio, just to the west of Victoria. That's where they're seeing that heavier storm. Just some light rain. Really did not see a lot of this fire up. Still the potential, though, as we're seeing right now, there is that instability that we could see some more strong thunderstorms develop, but that'll be off to the east of Central Texas, the east of our viewing area, over there toward Houston, then east of Dallas and up to the north. This is that line of showers and thunderstorms. This produced all that tornado activity off to the west in Kansas and Oklahoma, parts of Iowa yesterday. Now that severe weather threat is mainly confined up across the upper plains, and this is a fairly significant risk of severe weather. That's clashing with some of this colder air. In fact, they actually have some snow falling in parts of the Rockies at this hour. Slight risk of severe weather. All this area is shaded in orange, but as we head up to the north, this is actually a moderate risk of severe weather. This is where we will likely see some tornadoes develop this evening into the overnight hours. So it's going to be kind of a hectic situation across parts of the upper Mississippi Valley and also into the Great Lakes. That'll be mainly later on this evening.
Friday is final here. It's March 30th.
Yeah, that's right. And a big weekend in town with lots of folks here for the Texas Relays.
That's right. And a lot of activity going on downtown, obviously. And we will look at some nice weather this weekend. It's going to be warm, so definitely dress appropriately. It looks like it should be dry. I think our next
it should gradually taper off, but I tell you what, this is just such a slow-moving front that's taking its time. So we continue to add to the totals. Biggest concern, though, obviously, is that flooding out there. We've had numerous road closures due to some low-water crossings, so turn around, don't drown. Stay out of those low-water crossings. Let's take a look at some of those flash flood warnings. We've still got numerous ones out there. The area is shaded in red, basically from Williamson County through Travis County and then off to the east. That's where we're seeing these flash flood warnings in effect. And these are in effect until 8 o'clock this morning in Travis and Williamson County, and then down to the south into Hayes County, 8 o'clock as well. Over there in Bastrop County, 7:30. Down the south in Caldwell, 7:30 as well. In Lee County, 7:30, and then over into Fayette County until 7 o'clock. But they'll probably have to extend some of these flash flood warnings simply because the rain is not done with, and we'll show that to you here in just a second. But first of all, I want to take a look at some of the rainfall tallies. Almost 2 3/4 of an inch at Camp Mabry, 2.5 up there in Georgetown, 4 inches almost up there in Burnett. Had a couple reports out there in Burnett County of 5 inches of rain plus, and some heavier rains up there in parts of Milam County as well. Still adding these totals up to the east, and they'll continue to add up as well. So you can see the moderate rain here, Austin areas to the east, but this should be the last batch. I know it's been kind of training over the same areas, basically from East Austin, then up into eastern Williamson County, getting some heavier totals out there this morning. Good news, we need the rain. Obviously, we don't need the flooding. We didn't see a whole lot of severe weather around central Texas. We did get a few hail and wind reports out here in parts of Gillespie County. You can see 2-inch diameter size hail. Then off to the west of Williamson County, or west of Gillespie County, 1-inch diameter size hail as well. Then up into Llano County, or just to the west of Llano County into Mason County, saw about 1 3/4 of an inch of hail. Down southwest of San Antonio, that's where they actually saw a few tornadoes. In fact, we had 3 reported tornadoes just after 8 o'clock yesterday evening. Those were the ones that we just showed you some of that video from. So that's where the tornadoes did occur. And notice we didn't see a whole lot of reports here in the Austin metro area. Just a lot of rain, a lot of lightning, obviously caused some power outages. Flood-prone areas in the entire country because we get these heavy downpours and, of course, our terrain, our hilly terrain here in central Texas. All right, the heaviest rain now has pushed east. We're still getting some flooded roads out there this morning. It takes a little time for that flooding to occur. Right now, though, the heavy rain has pushed east of Austin, and you can see it up there into parts of Williamson County, moving into Milam County. That's where the heavy rains have now pushed through the area this morning. So here's where that heavy rain is. So basically from Elgin and then up through Williamson County, eastern Williamson County, then up through Milam County. That's where that heavy rain, Rockdale, Giddings will probably see some of this heavier rain moving in as well this morning. We're getting that break now here in central Texas. I want to take a look at some of the severe weather reports. In fact, we had 3 tornadoes reported just southwest of San Antonio. These occurred yesterday evening. just after 8 o'clock. Also, we had some hail reported in parts of Gillespie County. In fact, 2-inch diameter hail reported 6 miles east of Fredericksburg. And then as you head a little bit further to the west of there, they did actually have 1-inch diameter size hail as well. We didn't get a lot of severe weather reports, at least here in central Texas, but we did get a lot of flooding, and that's the main concern out there this morning. Still have flash flood warnings in effect for Travis County until 8 o'clock up through Williamson County. Then down toward Hayes County, we have that flash flood warning in effect until 8 o'clock. Bastrop County until 7:30, Lee County until 7:30, then also into Fayette County until 7 o'clock. So they may have to extend that one over there in Fayette County because it's still raining over there, even though they aren't really adding up the totals yet. These totals will continue to add up as it's raining pretty good over there. Almost 3 inches of rain at Camp Mabry, over 2.5 up there in Georgetown. The heaviest rain, though, fell up here in Burnett County. And taking a look at some of the data that's coming, we've had over 5 inches reported in northern parts of Blanco County. So that's why they had to open up those floodgates. So right in the Highland Lake chain, that's where the heaviest rain fell. That's obviously good news.
Yesterday we had some drizzle out there. This morning, nothing. Just some clouds and a little bit of fog out there this morning, so that won't be a problem. Yesterday, most of the rain fell off to our east into parts of Milam County, then over to College Station, and Fayette County saw a little bit of rain. Here in Austin, just saw some of that morning drizzle, but that was about it. Didn't really see many showers pop up. Big storms, though, in South Texas yesterday. In fact, near Laredo, they had some hail reports, a lot of hail and wind reports near, this was down toward McAllen. In fact, they had over 6 inches of rain reported near McAllen. Wind gusts up to 74 miles per hour caused a little bit of damage. And then over there toward Corpus Christi saw some wind damage as well, mainly late yesterday afternoon into the evening hours. That's when they saw all that severe weather across parts of South Texas, mainly yesterday. All right, that system has now moved off the coast now, and we are seeing some showers and thunderstorms across the northern tier. You can see the storm track primarily to our north, and with the jet stream lifting to the north, that means we're going to see a warm-up. Basically, a ridge of high pressure is going to build across the southern plains. That means some warm weather for us. But by early next week, we'll watch this system, this upper level low, move into the plains, and that'll drag a cold front in, bring us a chance of some showers and some stronger thunderstorms, it looks like, by Monday night into early Tuesday. Today, temperatures real mild across much of the nation, 70s and 80s. Really the cool weather confined to the Great Lakes and parts of the Northeast. Quick look at some of the visibilities. Mile at the airport, also in San Marcos. Quarter-mile visibility in Georgetown. In Austin, not too much of a problem, but they're getting some fog out there in Fredericksburg, so it's not real widespread, but any area that is seeing some of that fog, it has gotten fairly thick. Temperatures now 68 at the airport, 69 at Camp Mabry. Dew points are high, therefore that relative humidity high out there this morning. Going to close out the month of March with over 5 inches of rain, both at the airport and also at Camp Mabry. All right, mold count, 2,753 spores, still high. Oak, 376, high as well. Just a little bit of sycamore and mulberry showing up. A lot of clouds out there right now. And for the morning hours, we will see these clouds and some fog. But late this morning into the noon hour, breaking out to partly sunny skies, and as the afternoon wears on, more and more sunshine. Mid-80s this afternoon, going to be a warm one. Lake levels, Lake Travis actually rose just a little bit overnight, 640.30. Over, well, almost 31 feet below the average, though, and Lake Buchanan over 16 feet below the average as well. There goes that cluster of storms now off the coast. That was that weak disturbance that was just kind of lingering over the state, and that brought us that rain a couple of days ago, but now that's pushing out of the east. We'll get into a more stable weather pattern as we head into the weekend. 63 right now in Georgetown, 69 in Austin, 66 in San Marcos and Lockhart, 70 yet in Bastrop and also LaGrange, 64 in Burnett, 63 in Marble Falls, and 64 current temperature in Johnson City. And our microcast showing these temperatures rise with the clouds out there this morning, breaking up into partly sunny skies by the noon hour, upper 70s, and then we'll be hitting the middle 80s this afternoon with morning clouds and some fog, then partly sunny skies, 85 today. Tonight, going to be another mild and muggy night, partly cloudy skies this evening, then turning cloudy overnight down to 66, and we'll break out into some sunshine tomorrow, 87, 88 on Sunday. Going to be a warm one, so try to stay cool. I know a lot of folks probably headed to Barton Springs now that that's reopened, and maybe trying to stay cool somehow at the pool.
Our question of the day has to do with the big game that's coming up next weekend, isn't it?
It's a Sunday. It's the football game on Sunday.
Yeah, it's called some kind of Sunday because
protesting the name. They just are protesting the game. They say, I won't watch that game. Dominguez says, I'm not watching this year. I'm waiting until the Ravens make it to that game. Not going to watch that game. She says, okay. Well, Josh Levi says, laughing out loud, I appreciate that. It is a business. Bill says, when the Packers beat the Chiefs in the first AFL-NFL World Championship game, the game had not been officially named yet. The halftime show was a marching band.
Yeah.
Boy, the times have changed. Boy, they have changed. Who is that performing the Can I say that? The halftime show.
Yeah, Madonna's playing this year.
Meteorologist Kelly Slifka.
Yeah.
Here it is Monday, and we've got a pretty interesting Facebook topic this morning, but we just can't talk about it.
Yeah, you don't just have to stay tuned. Big game that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we can't mention the name, though.
That's because the NFL holds no less than 8 trademarks for its championship game, well, you know, they're super protective about this bowl game's name, but are they being too protective? That's the question we put out there.
Yeah, I think it's okay for folks in the public to talk about the game. It's just us in the media, we can't broadcast it. So, well, anyway.
I think we're making money off of it.
Yeah,
somehow.
Lori says this is stupid. Everyone says those words at one point or another. It's using the S-B on products without permission that violates the trademark.